Hello and welcome to today's video. In today's video we will be dual booting HaikuOS with the pre-existing Windows XP install on this machine. So let's get booted up, and you only see this flash drive. I actually have a flash drive plugged in the back with Hiren's bootc on it because Windows XP doesn't support Windows XP actually doesn't support shrinking partitions. So I'm not sure if this will work, but let's try this because I'm not sure if it will require PAE or not, but if not, then I should be able to resize using a different command or utility. And I actually haven't used Hiren's bootcd all that much. The only reason why I'm using it now is because my standard thing, which is oh yeah, it will work. The only reason why I'm using it now is because my standard partitioning thing, which is parted magic but must be a newer version than what's on here, requires processors with PAE enabled, physical addressing extensions. I'm pretty sure that's what it stands for. Which, while this does have PAE, the processor doesn't report it. So, and this is a Pentium M. So yeah, it's just a little annoyance with machines that use this generation of Pentium M. But yeah, I don't really know how much longer it will be, so I guess I'll come back when it's loaded. So here we are at this, and let's see. Interesting. I can't seem to find any information on the version, but let's open up the partition editor because that's really what I want. Interesting that it identifies this as a SCSI disk because as far as I know, only really only SATA and actual SCSI, and then by extension things like serial attached SCSI are identified as SCSI disks. And I guess that would make sense that USB would be as well. But I've always heard of IDE attached disks as having as being identified as HDX, or but that's interesting. Of course, I've never put Linux on a ThinkPad this generation before, so I'm gonna resize that, and I want to I'm going to give it a 10 gig partition, so I'm just going to duh. I can't believe I had to pull out the calculator for that. It's just multiplying by 10. But anyway, yeah. I'll just make that unformatted for now, and apply, and I don't know how long this is supposed to take, but oh, it's done. Okay. So yeah. Now that that's done, I can reboot into the HaikuOS installer. I'd say I do really love how this, how the ThinkPad X40 looks like the sort of cigar box style ThinkPads from the 90s. The only thing is this is a bit more square than the cigar box style ThinkPads, but yeah, especially with the Ultra Base. Let's see. I'm gonna boot to desktop, and then let's see, applications, drive setup, and I'm going to want to format this with VFS. Haiku HD. So that is good. And now I can run the installer. Let's see. Oh, hang on. Looks like I won't be running the installer. I'm following a tutorial on how to dual boot Haiku and Windows XP, which I will link in the description of this video. I'm going to copy there. I'm going to copy too. Haiku HD. And yeah, I'll come back when this is done. Okay, so now that that is done, I will close out of that. And I will open up a terminal window. And I will issue this command. That will make the partition bootable. And then hopefully this won't be obscuring the screen. Here. Let's see. Yep, it is dev disk ATA0 master 1. Block size is 512. There we go. And now I need another flash drive. So I will plug that in. If I can get it in. See, my only complaint about this computer is the fact that I was trying to plug it into the S video. My only complaint about this computer is the fact that you only get one USB port on the front, on the sides. Let's see. Not read right. There we go. So then I will copy it to there. And now I shall reboot into Windows, and I'll come back when I'm in Windows. Now here we are in Windows. So now see. For privacy's sake, I'll be blurring this part of the video because this is just my standard file transfer USB drive. But I'm going to be copying haiku.img that I made earlier to the root of the hard drive, and then I'm going to open up boot.ini, and this brings back some memories because I once when I had Windows XP installed, I did a whole I had it in extremely customized, and I modified the boot.ini and everything. So yeah, now I'll add c:/haiku.img equals and while we're here, I might as well change this to Microsoft Windows 2002 Professional because, you know, why not? I have the inexperienced patcher installed, so that means it labels itself as Windows 2002, so, you know, just for the fun of it, why not? So, let's see. And that looks good. I was going to restart anyway. So now at the boot screen, we should be prompted to select between HaikuOS and Windows XP, or as I have it identified, Windows 2002. Yes, here we go. Microsoft Windows 2002 Professional and HaikuOS. That's interesting. I'll have to do some investigation on that. And hopefully I didn't accidentally mess up my boot.ini file, because that would be a bummer, but not the end of the world because I do have Hiren's boot CD. I did think to try one thing, and that was, why do I always open my documents when I mean to open my computer? But anyway. Maybe just naming it Haiku, because that's technically what the tutorial says. Technically it shouldn't make a difference, but you never know. That's interesting. Yeah, let me do some research and figure out what I can find about that. Okay, so here I am doing Haiku again, off the flash drive, and I am determined to make this work, and I have a logical next step. So once this boots, I will continue on with that. First I'm going to format this. And then, this time, let's see, then I'm going to mount it. And this time I'm going to try running the installer. And that looks good. And this is all, beta software, so probably, so there's a good chance that, yeah, see, it says beta 2, so it isn't like, the most stable, but from what I've tried in virtual machines and stuff, it's still relatively stable. And this is going to install quite quickly, which I'm very impressed by. Also, I think I saw that, it's probably a couple hundred megs, which is really impressive. So I'm going to quit that. And then okay, so I'm going to reboot now just to make sure that I didn't accidentally mess something up with the bootloader. Because hopefully it will still boot into Windows 7. Or not Windows 7, Windows XP. Or at least, go to the boot menu that I configured earlier, then maybe I can find some... Ah, yes. So... Oh my... It actually... Nice! So all it required was me just, installing it to the hard drive instead of copying it from the USB flash drive, which I was going to do initially, but then the guide I was using, didn't say to do that, so I didn't. But yeah, in the description of this video, I'll put the commands that I use to I'll put the link to the tutorial that I somewhat followed. So yeah, now that that is done, I will be customizing this installation, and I will be back once it's customized and
I can show you around. I'll see you then.
And here we have the completed system. So first off, I think I'll go, let's see. And so here we have the complete system. And so, my camera is actually going to run out of memory card space in about 3 minutes, so I'm going to try and wrap this up in that time. There's really not a whole lot to show because, you know, it's just another one of my systems. Yeah, here's NeoFetch. I'll leave that up for the outro while I pull up the web browser because I am interested to see if this can play YouTube. I've tested it and it has loaded Discord with difficulties, but it's still usable. And there we go. So, let's see. Let's see. Let's see if I can just pull up my channel intro. Let's see. Or even better. Okay, so we know the searching works at least, so I'm gonna try and find my channel and get back to you. Okay, so the page is loading now. I wonder if this will actually work. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work. Probably due to the hardware though, not the operating system or web browser itself. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a good evening.